Marriage finally comes to Illinois months after the state passed a marriage equality bill. Numerous states schedule marriage case milestones for this summer. The Attorney General of Florida insists that a marriage ban is necessary but can't explain why. And the U.S. Supreme Court will take a look at marriage in Oregon this week. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum, and welcome to Marriage News Watch for June 2nd, 2014. Illinois passed a marriage equality bill more than 6 months ago, but now it's finally taking effect. A handful of counties started issuing licenses a couple months early, and as of this week, the entire state now enjoys the freedom to marry. And over the next few months, we could have more good news in several other states. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals has set a briefing schedule in a Texas case. Opening briefs are due there on July 9th, with a reply due in August. In Michigan, a marriage case is now scheduled for oral argument on August 6th. In Nevada, the Sixth Circuit has committed to holding oral argument in early September, and although they haven't set a day yet, a separate case in Idaho is scheduled for argument before the Sixth Circuit on September 8th. Cases are also heating up in Wisconsin. The state Supreme Court has declined to hear a state lawsuit against Wisconsin's marriage ban. That leaves a federal suit still in play, with a ruling due at any time. Attorney General J.B. Van Hollen has asked the court to stay its eventual decision, which, if granted, would delay the start of marriages until the state could file an appeal. The plaintiffs have countered that the state can't show evidence that an immediate start to marriages would cause any harm. At this point, North Dakota is the one state left in the country that has an unchallenged marriage ban. And now we have a rough timeline for that final suit to be filed. Attorney Joshua Newville, who filed a marriage lawsuit in South Dakota last month, has said that he'll be ready to file a North Dakota suit in 6 to 8 weeks. Meanwhile, Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi is struggling to justify the state's marriage ban. According to new briefs, Bondi claims that the ban promotes stable families, but can't explain how. She also says that the ban keeps heterosexual parents together, but can't explain that one either. The National Organization for Marriage is still struggling to stop marriage in Oregon. They've asked the U.S. Supreme Court to halt the licenses, which the state has been issuing since a marriage ban was overturned last month. Justice Kennedy will consider their request this week. NOM's chances of accomplishing anything here are not great. This is different from other states where marriage was put on hold, since there's no pending appeal in this case. NOM might want to intervene, but they've already failed to do that once. In fact, in their application to the U.S. Supreme Court, NOM conveniently omitted the district court's ruling that they didn't have standing. Meanwhile, NOM's problems in Maine are still far from over. They've just been fined over $50,000 and ordered to reveal the donors to a 2009 campaign to ban marriage. Now they say they'll appeal that ruling, which could drag things out for another year, at a time when the organization is already spread too thin to have much of an impact. Those are the headlines. Subscribe here on YouTube to stay up to date on all these stories. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.